My name is Matt Olson. I'm a third-year finance student at Florida State University. I decided to join the Analyst Program mainly because when I was going through the investment banking competitions at the various clubs I was in, I noticed that my skills were not where I wanted to be. My skills in the sense of Excel, PowerPoint, presenting, and talking with an alumni of the program, he had told me how the program could really help me improve those skills and essentially bring them to a new level. And going through the program now, he was definitely correct. I think the professional training was extremely concise. It was well organized. It was in a manner where you can always go back and refer to it if you have any more questions or there's a topic or two that you need to refer back to if you forget something. Mr. Romero and the mentors, they really help as well in the sense that you always ask them questions that, if there's something in the videos that you can't remember, that you can't find, they're also a great resource to it as well. And just the material inside the videos is incredible in the sense of that he brings a lot of the little things that you want to think about that are about formatting, about converting things over into client ready where it's printable. And then with the big topics of the spreading, the valuations, the connecting, all the statements, what you get in these training is essentially something that you can really get out of an MBA program or even multiple classes. That's all wrapped up in one. And it's incredible how there's an opportunity like this. So after going through the training, getting to do the internship work was incredible in the sense of taking really from what I had learned from the training and then now applying that to the internship in the sense of I'm doing all this stuff on my own where I'm going through and creating these different client ready material in the sense of different stock pitches. And the ones that I got to do was Apple, NVIDIA, and Zoom, and going there and doing all the modeling on my own, formatting it, putting it through Excel, then through the PowerPoint, converting it over and presenting it to Mr. Romero, and then having him give critiques, right, that really no one else can give to you, essentially, that, someone in an industry like that can really give you that hands-on feedback is incredible. And then for my strategic consideration that I got to do at the very end as my last project, I ended up doing a acquisition, that Apple acquiring EA, which was a really great project, and I thought it came out really well. And I guess probably the biggest coincidence on that one was right after I had given the presentation to Mr. Romero, I think it was about 2 or 3 days later, it was rumored that Amazon was actually buying out or acquiring EA. So it was definitely pretty cool that I was able to choose a company like that was already kind of on the hot seat of being acquired by one of these mega corporations. My overall satisfaction is that I'm extremely satisfied. What I got through the program is more than what I probably thought in the beginning, as there was so much material. There was a lot of help, getting to have the experience to go get help from Mr. Romero and all the mentors, and personally gaining all the confidence throughout the process, where I look back now and there's definitely times in the beginning where going through learning things for the first time can sometimes be more challenging, especially when it's the amount of material for how quickly it's coming. But after getting through that, now I'm definitely 100% more confident in both the abilities to present, go through the Excel, the PowerPoint, etc., and just as an overall more well-rounded individual. I would 100% recommend the program, and that's to any student going through any sort of internship or job that's in a finance-related field, besides investment banking. Really, with any finance internship or job, you're going to have to know Excel, PowerPoint, different presentation skills. So just these basic skills that sometimes we think for granted, the level of detail, and just having the ability to make sure you're also going through them and doing them correctly and efficiently is something that's extremely beneficial from the program. And that's not even taking the fact of, from an investment banking standpoint, I think it 100% prepares you as going through a lot of these now guides, the interview process. I would say most of the technical questions I can refer back to now through my time in the program, where it's not just me trying to memorize and try to remember what certain keywords or what certain phrases to try to pinpoint to different questions. It's more or less I can now refer back to examples that I had to really understand what the question is asking and what it's meaning. So my final thoughts would be that I believe that, with each individual, I think that everyone should set themselves up for the best that they can succeed at. And I think the program itself is 100% can help you succeed in just overall increasing your chances at landing different internships or just increasing your overall abilities when you do get into a certain job in any sort of financial related field that you'll be, if anything, more than prepared to go through. And so really with that, I would say that at that point, it's best to give yourself the best shot through going through the career path that you would want to go through.